fam. We're gonna get this thing popping off. Wanna make sure we streaming on all cylinders. Okay. Black signal went out. Dashboard said we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Live on Twitch. We're live on Periscope. Let's see. Got my water. Got my glass. Okay, we just popped up on YouTube. Let me refresh. Let's go to Facebook, see if we there. Oh, it's throwing up. Why is it throwing up all the, oh, I know why. Didn't review. All right, we're going to get it together, fam. I'm getting it together. Giving y'all time to get in. Giving myself time to get squared. Great day. Just taking some time to get things together. Twitch. Remember to support. Okay. So the Restream bot retweeted the Malcolm. Oh, okay. I understand. All right. Let's go to our Facebook page. Clear that up a little bit. See if we on Facebook. I trust the Restream piece, but I like to go on and look at it and confirm myself. So before we get started, jump into the song. Put everything together. I ain't even start the sprinkler yet. Shame on me. Alright, cool. It appears that we are live and we are up and we are cooking with steam. Family, I want to welcome you on this great Kujichagulia day. I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. She got it together. This is a Heart of a Silver production. This is the Daily Toast. Trying to get used to the setup. I had to rearrange things. Family, let's kick it. Mr. Daddy. Great Kuji to you, great Kujichagulia. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, in, drink. Take that breath, come on. Now, grab your glass and get some water. Get your pitcher for that water. Lift that pitcher for that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Ha, ha, ha. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Stay healthy, remember. Breathe, drink, eat, move. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body, eight. Toast your ancestors, drink up with me, fam. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. All right, family, shouts out to Miss Cynthia. I see you out there this morning. Thank you for joining us. We are here. We have gathered here today to talk about the Daily Toast. It's time for us to lift up our ancestors. Maybe even cover a little news. Family, the key piece is remember to support the Malcolm X Festival. You know, maybe since Flavor Flav need a job, we might be able to get him to come and do a couple of his songs. Since he was kicked off for Public Enemy, would you be willing to come to the Malcolm X Festival and see Flavor Flav? I'm just asking, just throwing it out there. Maybe we should do a survey. Would you come and see Flavor Flav perform at the Malcolm X Festival? I'm putting it up there right now. Add a question. Alright. Would you come and see Flavor Flav perform solo at the MX Fest? Just want to know, yes or no? Simple question, family, just a simple question. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Just publish it now. Publish. Wow. Yes or no? Alright. Let me see. Allow voting after live video. Yeah, we wanna see what the answer is. Would you come to see Flavor Flav? Because we might be able to get them cheap. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Anime says she want to see Flavor Flav live. So family, we're here for the Daily Toast. And I mean, it's not a lot in the news. We got, I didn't see anything worth posting up. You know we got the coronavirus, reaping havoc all over, reaping havoc. We know we got this election coming up. We see the Democrats aligning to knock Bernie out again. Not that I'm a Bernie fan, but you can see the ships lining up. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, we're going to have to do something about Bernie. So the Democratic Party is working on getting Bernie's ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, we can expect some tricks. Like I'm already wondering if some tricks have been unleashed in South Carolina. I'm just saying. But it is what it is, family. So we here to celebrate our ancestors and lift up our toast. So let's go and get it popping off. All right. Let's do some mango. Well, let's try the coffee. We got on a daily basis, we got to try to get this coffee one up out of here because it's on there hard. I really pushed this one down in there. I wanted this one to be. And like I said, if I'm off camera, I have absolutely no problem getting. Well, I do have a problem. But, all right, we ain't gonna be able to get that one. So let's go and work with some mango. Mango is almost done. I'll be brewing. I'll be fermenting soon. Got our libations, so let's go and go to our daily toaster feed. So here we go. Great Kujichagulia. I want to thank y'all for come to rise and shine with me on these mornings. All right, so we raise up our glass to Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator, and we raise up our glass high and we say, Ashe. From there, we move to our list of our ancestors that you can see on the screen. This is not the complete list, family. This is not the complete list. We also have some new ancestors in the black book back here that we will go through, but I'm going to try to do as many as I can by memory. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Alexander Davis, Aaron Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walton, Christopher and Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Michael Ellis, Watson Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L. I left a whole bunch of people off. Hold on. Let's start over. I just want to make sure. Miles Brown, Mazan, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herm Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia Wayne, Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Michael Ellis, Watch Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Watch Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, Normal X, Pat Maya Ra, Malika Fakor, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Hayes, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pulley, and the Luxter Brothers, Miss Edith Crawley, Miss Edith Crawley, Mr. Jerry Brunson, Sr. Didn't make it that far today, so let's just get it. Inez Hayes, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pulley, and the Luxor Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie Dow, Jennifer Frost, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Alliance McCray, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Hodge, Melvin Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sel Weller, B. the Farmer, I go so Soup, Shell Harvey, I Charmaine, I Evelyn Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Seth Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ali Johnson, Jim Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Patricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selman Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Here to Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Perky Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Jane, where am I? Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Danny Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Diamond Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thurman Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Howe, Parker Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Mina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Middle, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Demon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Pasigi Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Anders Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Long, Maya Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Neilon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Suez Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Station Tri, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia Neville Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, J.D. Harrington, McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Senior Manley Miller, Housie Hatch, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester, Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman, Lewis John Jackson, William Dallas, Lewis May France, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Everton Houston, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Rome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownie Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Alice Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker, Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret, Logan Phillips Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevada Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Brothers, Reginald Albert, Mazarin Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Edwards at McNabb, Andy Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. We move to our black book, and we have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Cynthia, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Topper, Stina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundum, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Reagans, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Michelle McKell, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Robert Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Ali Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Correa, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilly, Angeline Gant, Sharifa Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Munger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Postman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkoma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Jesse Woods, T. Laura Woods, Lennox, Jimmy Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nanny Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Xavier Winston, Chris McKinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith Juanita, Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko, D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. We lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors, and we give a resounding and a powerful ashe. And then finally we move to the present moment. I know what it is. We are in the present moment. We are on Kujichagulia. Man, I want to give all those Kujichagulia born a round of applause. Y'all doing it? Y'all doing it? Yep. Shouts out to my Kuji fam. Shouts out to my Kuji fam. Kuji tribe. All right. But family, listen. We are celebrating the moment. We just lifted up our glass to our past and those whose shoulder we stand upon. And now we're standing in a moment where we are becoming the foundation upon which the next generation will stand upon. Family, what are you going to do to make sure that our future generations have firm footing? All right? You can't climb something if you do not have firm footing, or if you don't have a nice handhold that you get your fingers into and pull yourself up. Are you going to be that foundation? Are you willing away the time? You know what I'm saying? Are you giving away your children's time and space right now? Right? So here we go, family. I'm asking you to activate your reticular formation, and I want you to seek out the principle of Kujichagulia, because it's out there. It's out there waiting for you to find it. Find it, take a picture of it, write a blog about it, do something with it on this day. For those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination, right? The demonic principle that we celebrate today is justice. Indigo is the color. They say this is indigo. I don't believe it's indigo. I actually believe that the color that Brother Kwame's name is in is closer to indigo. But who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube, a guy on Spreaker, a guy on Facebook. I don't know. But I thought that would be more appropriate for indigo. But anyway, correspondence is the Hermetic law today. For those that don't know, that's as above, so below, and as below, so above. All right, male name for the day is Kwabena. Female name is Albina. Shots out to all of the Kwabenazers out here running the world. Out here running the world. So I'm assuming nobody cares whether or not we bring Flavor Flav to the Malcolm X Festival. I see, because we don't got no votes. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Y'all want us to try to reach out and bring Flavor Flav? He could do his album? 911 is a joke? Y'all don't remember that? All right, so we lift up our glass to the present moment. We salute this moment, and we say the mighty word, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our future generations. We lift up our glass, and we salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity, family. You know what I'm saying? I'm really disappointed that Public Enemy did that to that dude. I mean, because they could have did it under different circumstances. Not for Bernie Sanders. He already breaking up the black family. Good God Almighty. But family, raise our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We salute them, remember them in advance, toast them in advance for all the greatness they're going to bring. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, move to all of our relations. Lift our glass and we salute all of our relations. Family, all those relations out there. I lift up the glass for you. You know what I'm saying? And we toast you and we say Ashe. From there, family, this is that selfish toast. This for you. What do you need right now, in this moment? In this moment, right? To move towards a better you. That selfish toast. Take some time. I know a lot of y'all out there working hard, trying to save the world, trying to save your family. I want you to take this moment and save you. Because if there's no you, there's no saving to be done. So take this moment for you. Lift up that glass for you. And we say, Ashe. And once again, last but not least, you get a double dose because you deserve it. I toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most outstanding, the most beautiful, the wisest, most intelligent individual in the room. And to speak on that, also the strongest and the most powerful individual in the room right now. Right? We raise our glass to you and we salute you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. All right. And I don't have any news today, but once again, we're gonna try to get back to the evening shows. We have, oh man, I could create a screen and put the story up on the screen. Uh-oh. All right. So we didn't make it past Hercules and the Wagoner. Hercules and the Wagoner. A carter was driving a wagon along a country lane when the wheel sank down deep into a rut. Cleveland. Okay. The wheel sank down deep into a rut. The rustic driver, stupefied and aghast, stood looking at the wagon and did nothing but utter loud cries to Hercules to come and help him. Hercules, it is said, appeared and thus addressed him. Put your shoulder to the wheels, my man. Goad on your bullocks, and never more pray to me for help until you have done your best to help yourself, or depend upon it, you will henceforth pray in vain. Self-help is the best help. Now, that'll be folk tales for grown folks. I don't have any scheduled things to pop off tonight, so we should be able to do the show. I want to do the show around 9 o'clock, but I don't want to wait till 9 o'clock because y'all know how I get. Y'all know how it gets. So I'm going to try to set up a nice little screen for Hercules and the Wagner. And we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do it. Actually, I could throw it up there so that we could all read it together. All right, family. I want to thank y'all once again for your support. I want to remind you to support the Malcolm X Festival. I want to get y'all ready because we're gonna have a couple of malls before the Malcolm X Festival, maybe a movie or two or something. I mean, we're gonna be doing some fundraisers. Also, we got some other events that's going to be popping off, and I'm going to be inviting you out. Oh, this Imani, we will be having the Per Ankh. I think it started at 11:30. I'm going to get a flyer or something. I'm going to post it up. But anyway, I wanted to see if you were still here. We're going to be having the Per Ankh, and we're going to be having young people talk. Cleve, we got Tykees, we got Levon. I might be able to slide a couple more young people, squeeze a few more young people up in there. I got a young lady, Sister Layla, that's going to be coming out. So come on out and support the young people. Come and hear their stories. Come and hear their thoughts about where we are as a people. All right? Come on out. 1409 East Livingston Avenue is going to be good, and then also, remember to support the Malcolm X Festival because we're going to do it up big. This is Brother Hatim. Family, I love you. Thank you for taking the time, for tuning in. And guess what? You are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And it's slowly becoming mine as well, Sister Cynthia. And that's one of the reasons I've been struggling with the show, because I've been trying to wait up till 9. Right? If you go back to the last few shows that I did, I ended up doing it a little bit before. Because what would happen is that I'd be like, okay, around 8:15, I said I'm gonna take me a little nap. And it don't work. You know what I'm saying? So I may need to do the show a little bit earlier, so we may need to adjust the time. You know what I'm saying? We might call it old folks standard time. 9 o'clock old folks standard time, which means about 8:15, 8:10. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there, so I can keep the energy up and then end the show. Of course, this is the Daily Toast. This is the Heart of a Summer Productions. Production. Well, we strive to blow up your old I'm out. It begins, yeah, I was right. It begins at 11:30 on Imani. So we will be kicking it. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. All right. So y'all get a double dose of the explosions and all that stuff. Man, I'll be forgetting about that. Oh, well. All right. Life is. I'm out. For the fourth time, I'm out.